I'm gonna be 2 minutes early, but that's fine. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the nice, calming, lovely Friday stream, where I force myself to make references for Artfight because so many characters are outdated, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's definitely not like right around the corner. Starts in, what, 2 weeks? It starts next week. I have 4 days. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. We're excited for Artfight. Yippee! I'm so afraid. I am hoping to do so many things this year. One of them being, no promises of course, a Mass Attack animation. Am I crazy? Probably. Am I most likely to do it because I'm crazy? Yeah. So, we're gonna shoot with that. Other than that, I do have one commission that I'm going to work on. I slightly started off stream, so I will spend an entire hour or 2 hours doing that. Hello, Fuzzleberry. Welcome, welcome. And honestly, I don't have too much to say today. Might be a chiller stream. I kind of be quiet. Quiet and work. Pop in occasionally. And the other thing is, you guys will hear this nice, calming, soothing music from Heartbound. I got other music in my ear. I'm bumping. I'm bumping to my tunes. And Ort. Ort time, Ort time. An Ort of a dude I haven't actually drawn in a hot minute. If his horns still skip repeat. This is a sketch commission. So I want a facial structure like you. Hasn't been scorching you lately. Everything scorches me. The fact that Artfight's literally just less, not even less, like exactly a week, I think. Dying. Artfight, wait a little longer. I wasn't prepared. Then again, am I ever prepared for it? Probably not. It's fine. It's fine. I somehow prepared. I did do one reference, which was not on stream, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that one every time. Wait, Heartbound? The game by Roach King himself? Is it Roach King like a Hesman goal? Or people calling Thor Roach King too? I don't think I've heard that one. On a technicality, yes. If you got the right one. I think his controversy's over. Everyone's over his news. Haven't heard anything about him in forever. He's still streaming and stuff. I don't think anything's going too bad. But I will say, I do indulge in a YouTube drama. Sometimes it's kind of interesting to be like, huh. Behind the scenes, some of these people are ass. And then I go about my day, and that's about it. I don't engage or anything with YouTube drama. I'm just here to watch it. My YouTube documentary of dramas. have eye bags. Sharp nose. I started this off stream. Is this gonna take me a million years? Probably. Why? Because I'm gonna think too hard on it. No, that's not what I wanted. Big. Then he doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on the fact that he did nothing wrong and kind of ruined his career. Yeah. That's kind of why I found his controversy, drama, whatever you want to call it, pretty interesting in the regard of I don't think I've ever seen someone this narcissistic in my life. Like, for one thing, what was it? I don't think it was it RuneScape? I don't remember what game it was. Whatever game he was playing with the other streamers and stuff. I'm pretty sure you can argue like everyone was at fault there to the death. Definitely miscommunication on almost everyone's part. But when you're getting criticized like, you did this, and it did not help us, and just saying, no, that didn't happen. What was he? He wasted his mana on it too. So later he could use the excuse, I didn't have any mana, when you used it purposely to get out. That's crazy. And then stop killing games, which I haven't heard anything about in forever. They definitely hit their goal from what I remember. I have no idea what happened after that. Where's your hair? I feel like there's been no updates on that. At least that's come across my feed. Oh, it was WoW. Okay. I don't watch that game or anything, so I have no idea. All these kind of games look the same at the end of the day if you're not the one playing it. And the others agreed they did wrong, but not him. He's just not taking responsibility for his actions on it. Look, everyone screwed up. You screwed up too. I didn't. Yes, you did. No. I would never screw up. Which sucks, because everyone else had to... Everyone that died had to, like, basically rebuild everything, from what I understand. Like, it's not a very forgiving game. At least the game mode that they're on. I would never be able to play a game like that. I'd get pissed off so fast. Get your horns out of here. We don't need those here. No horns. I feel like I'm making your head huge. Yeah, they had to make up a whole new character and level back up, which is 30 hours at the very least. I heard like some of them can take like hundreds of hours. And the other thing, since they're streamers, and you have to grind out all that kind of stuff, some people don't like watching grinding streams, so I guess it kind of loses some of your audience at that point too, which that part definitely sucks. I for one love watching grinding stuff. I like grinding, and seeing how other people do is just like, ah, why didn't I do that? I definitely, you can tell I like grinding things because I play Power World. God, and Power World's at the same time as Artfight now! I will still use my Saturday streams to play Power World. I must. I'm hoping to stream more Artfight next month. Maybe on off days. Or like at night. I'm still gonna have the same like work schedule. Unfortunately. I had to have a job. Gross. Streaming career. Pick up. Come on. I just need one like popular streamer to come raid me and then it all wins. I win the money. I win the luck. I win the draw. I can dream. He's now a lol cow. All because he can never say my bad. Is he considered a lol cow now? I guess so. Like anytime I hear lol cow, I think of I was gonna say Biggie. I think it's Boogie. Boogie like 9-8, something like that. Not someone I watched when I was younger. I think it was called like the Mr. Rogers of the gaming world or something. Ew, needing a job, fight me. This help me out. Become my advertising manager. Show off my talent. Because if I can get a job in like the animation industry, illustration industry somewhere, that'd be so nice. Oh. One can dream. Job market sucks. Plus, jobs in the art world isn't exactly the best, unfortunately. I still be broke. But I'd probably earn more than what I'm earning now. Which is stable enough to get by. It sucks because I hate my job. Whatever you guys do, don't work retail. Retail sucks. I always feel like I'm drawing your horns wrong. Your horns just don't horn. And there. Nailed it. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons, oh my god. I know what I'm doing. Don't look at me. I need a job too, it's EU. Needing a job is always EU. I'm so happy I got. I've been working at my job for like nearly 7 years. Ugh. Which means I got it like pre-COVID. Or right before COVID, somewhere around there. Thank god I did. Trying to apply to things nowadays sucks even worse than it did back then. Like, it's just so much worse. Is your head too big? Your head definitely is too big. I am definitely slowing myself on this. need to be faster. I need speed. His sketch. Can't be perfect. Mustn't be perfect. Draw the half-naked guy. Half-naked and very skinny. Not quite muscular. He's based on this stuff. Not muscular. Just thin. Thin bean. String bean. Just give me money for free already. That's what I'm saying. Come on, guys, right? Right? Free money. Gimme, gimme. Or, hear me out. I do commissions. It doesn't have to be free money. You can get something out of it. I like doing commissions. That's my favorite kind of work. I receive money. You receive art. Right? And where can you get this amazing art? Definitely not shilling my stuff out at all. My VGen is pinned to the comments. The chat. Piss. Matter of fact, this commission comes from my VGen. I'm so happy I got a VGen. It's so much nicer to organize my things on there than doing it myself, because I suck at organizing. Boop. Fun fact, they've tried giving free money to people to live like $5 to $10 a week or something in Japan and other countries, and it's been massively effective. So of course they stopped testing it. Whoa, free money? That's crazy. People, it's effective and people are living happier. Stop the test. Stop before they understand. That's a lot, because it doesn't even sound like a lot that would be effective. But of course, every country has like their own pricing and stuff like that. Something expensive here could be really cheap over there. Living over here is expensive. Belly button. I don't draw dudes enough. Ah! How do I draw nipples? Oh, on a nipple! They're scary! Okay. I need you. Need you. What's your pants look like? That's not too different from the ref. Sweatpants? Question mark? They found that people would go out and spend the money on more fun things with it, so the country had got the money back. So people spent it on slightly luxury items and entertainment. And they got mad. How dare they? They're supposed to be miserable. You're supposed to be using the money to be more miserable. Why else would we give you this? Shaking my head. How could those people ruin that experiment? Huh. They should try that over here. And, put me on that experiment. Put me in. Tag me in. Tag in. Tag me in. What am I doing? How do I like? I have to actually draw feet. God, I wish I could listen to fun music on stream. Oh, oh my god. Eraser, please. Yeah, it's all coming together. Oh, I don't know why my energy is so low today. It's probably because I cleaned. Did some cleaning. Forgot to eat again, because I'm amazing. Breakfast is very hard to remember. So did me. My energy was so high this morning. And I sit down and draw, and it's just like, ah, oh, it's focus time. I have a feeling of fixing my life because I cleaned. I love that feeling and hate it so much. I cleaned a bit, now I feel like I can fix my life. I know what I'm doing in my life. And all it took was doing laundry. Oh! I was such a fool. Best part of doing sketch missions. I gotta actually draw feet. As long as it looks like it's a foot, it's good enough. And a little bit of shading. Now your tail. Your wiggly, windily tail. Breakfast is overrated. Okay, hold on. I love breakfast. Breakfast is one of the best meals. It's just the timing of breakfast is overrated. It's just like, ugh, you gotta wake up and then eat. Ugh, gross. Why would I ever want to do that? What makes you think waking up is gonna make me think, ah, yes, nutrient time? Nah, not at all. I wake up and go, I lived through another night. I'm still at purgatory, this sucks. I never know what I'm doing in my life. I wish I had one of those. I wish I was one of those people, but I'm not. Listen, just because I feel like I know what I'm doing in my life doesn't mean I do know what I'm doing in my life. I just have the feeling. It's like everything becomes obvious. Apply to more jobs. Fix up your portfolio. Do all this. And then 2 hours later I'm brain rotting on YouTube shorts or something. Feeling gone. This shit sucks, man. We're gonna color in the trail. Actually, we're not. We're not doing that. Okay. Your weird flame pattern. Flamey boy. It'd be better if my hand wasn't in front of it, so I had to stop and keep looking at it. God, I'm a genius sometimes. So many good music I could be listening to on stream, humming along, because I don't sing. We can all vibe together. Oh. Maybe we'll do that during Artfight. I don't want... The thing is, I'd have to, like, delete the video or something. It's gonna be the fucking Weeball stream. So you get post-clean clarity? I mean, yes. I don't know how much I like the idea of that being called that, but that's so not wrong. My post-clean clarity. Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna remember that the next time I talk about this. Guys, I'm in post-clean clarity. I know what I'm doing in my life. I know what to do. Alright, where's my colors that I do for sketches? Look at that. Only 30 minutes. Plus like the 20 minutes I did before stream to sketch out the thing. You. I like the colors as used to be this one. That's not flip you. Why is there always a hole somewhere? Stop. Where? Where's? Damn it. Where? You. Ha. Nailed it. Damn it. Why don't I ever close my lines? What am I doing? I'm a professional. He gave me this because he didn't have access to the other one. Is this being a little extra? Possibly. That's fine. Oh, look at that. See? Done on time. Because I don't waste time. I know it. Professionalism. Yeah. And then we say. I haven't posted my questions on my DeviantArt forever. I need to do that. I really need to learn Japanese. Not because I want to speak it or watch anime or anything. Just because. Honestly, it is a cool language. I just want to learn a different language. I feel so dumb because I don't learn other things. Like, I learned Spanish at one point. That was mostly because it was a requirement at school. But, like, learning it was nice. I forgot everything about it because I haven't done it in so long. I didn't take, like, the 3rd class for it. I wouldn't know what they're saying. 90% of artists I follow speak Japanese and it's annoying. Yeah, that's fair. I know, like, Chinese artists have been blowing up a lot more. And rightfully so. There's so many really good artists. But then you look at the things like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what the context of your artwork is. I want to know. Uploading all my stuff so I don't forget. Dun 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 dun. Okay, now that's done. I can work on the next thing. Where did anything go? I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my tablet and actually do something. Hell yeah. Ah, why hello, Kit Kat. Welcome, welcome. Now, the reference. It is time for the references. It's also a redesign I'm doing for this too. Which kind of sucks. That's like, not the fact that it sucks that I have to do it. It's the fact that it sucks because I had to figure something out. How do I arm? How do I do anything? I know how to hand the sketch. This is fine. This is fine. I know what I'm doing. Ooh. I know what I could be talking about. The character I'm drawing is orange-headed beauty. She is on... what? Did I? I think I forgot to make her on Artfight. But she's going to be on Artfight. Which is, the information is going to be... her name is Constantine. She is a knight from a regent known as Elber, and she works for a I'm breaking everything. She works for a noble family named the Wallers. I'm trying to learn how to animate. It's so hard. Nah. It's not hard. It just takes a lot of patience. Her stance. Confident. What other things I have for... For now, her story is... she's half of a mother to cover for for an affair from the Waller family. The baby daddy left. And because of that, that scene is very disgraceful. So she took the heat off by saying that's her daughter. She makes for a great stepmom. I don't like your hand there. Actually, I don't like you leaning back either. It's not how you would be. I wouldn't say she's straight edge. But she's definitely very work efficient. Like, actually have your weapon in your hand. Go that way. Yes, my brain is thinking. Since 1x1 frames takes a lot of time, and let's say I'm not good with with that either way, so I'm using Light Motion since it's the only app I actually know. Hey, animation is animation no matter what you use. No matter the technique, it is animating. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Lord. It's a fossil bear. They are back. Aha! Found a way to actually listen to my music a little better. My earbud was bothering the heck out of me. This reference. Want one with your armor and one without. Is it casual versus not casual? Have you tried using puppets since I know lots of things use it? Yes, Bluey did use them. Another way to think of it is tweening, which tweening is very popular and a little more easy to learn, I guess. It's easier to get into instead of doing like frame by frame, like immediately. I don't have a lot of experience in tweening, besides like smaller edits. But like rigging and making a puppet, not at all. That shit takes a lot of time. There are definitely ways to make simple puppets. I think, what was the app that you mentioned? A Light Motion? Pretty sure that was one of them where you could do like simple puppets. I haven't used it myself, so I can't say too much on it. What am I listening to? Get out of my ears. No. Killed my groove. I like her nose. Long and thin eyebrows. I'm doing so many chicken scratches. Ah! Oh, chat's moving. I was not paying attention. I deal with the Scottish, and they talk way worse than that. Huh? Talking to the Scottish. I don't know if it's really good or anything, but I know it's a very popular style in some animators. I think tweening just makes things easier, at least later. Building a puppet and stuff is great once you know how to, because then you can use that same puppet for so many animations and stuff. I think your head is too big. Good enough. Now, to figure out what goes on underneath you. Underneath. I had a board that had ideas, and I forgot to bring it up. Move faster! Herm. I don't think I'll change much out of this. I assume most fighters are going to wear this padded white garment. She gives a very masculine, feminine feel. I don't know how else to explain that. I don't want her eye covering anymore. Actually, I do like the bun idea. Now you're on your way out. Bye, Kit Kat. Thanks for popping in. Yes, we're cooking. We are cooking. Don't know if I like the public sleeves. Time for a random science fun fact. Oh. As I drink water and big stretch. They've managed to, for the first time, regrow a cut spinal cord. A fish with a cut spinal cord had complete paralysis. And after 4 days, it had full body control back. That's crazy. Nope, I forgot to switch my thing. Ah. And screw you, I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking soda. Because I'm healthy. That's such an odd thing to think about, this, to grow a spinal cord. Why can I draw a straight line? Drink agua? No. Can't tell me what to do. Will not. I got that nice tasty 7-Up. Hell yeah. Actually, I don't like what I'm doing here. I don't like it going above the knees. Someone that has to always be ready to run on duty might wear something that's shorter that does not constrict their running capabilities. especially making it easier to hop onto a horse. I'm a 7-year-old. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Huh? Explain? Don't explain. I don't want to know. You suck. Ugh. I'm scared now. They put little... I thought that said meatballs. Little balls into cells and injected it into the spine. The inner core of the balls deformed to magnets. The outer core made electricity when deformed. So when the cells connected to the spinal cord tissue, the electric charge from repeated magnets caused them to go and connect to the other game. It seems like some sci-fi shit. This doesn't sound real. That's what I thought. Fight me. You know what? I don't got time for you. You suck. You won't bother me. You stink. I guess if she's right-handed, I can see her tying up her sleeve. What is the string that would be around a rope? What would that be called? Oh. Achoo! Nailed it! I wish there was a transition between my models. Oh, if only. I know I hit the erase button. What the hell? Oh. Ah! Yeah. Achoo again! Nailed it. I don't have my headphones on, so I don't hear my redeems. So if I miss it, that's my bad. Ah! My back. I'm doing my best. I'm listening to other music. Because I don't want to listen to chill sci-fi. Chill lo-fi beats. Or 100% getting the sci-fi shit. Like real sci-fi shit. That's what it sounds like. You know, we get into it until all the AI data centers take up too much money, time, and resources. And then we can't do sci-fi shit. It's such a sad world to live in. Try and wear the same kind of not leggings, but what's it called? Old streamer can't hear with their old ears of oldness. Alright. Mods, ban that guy. Purple, ban yourself. You get 10 seconds for that. Hi Relo, welcome. Also, random science fact. Random science fact part 2. Birds are more scared of females than males. Scientists don't know why. Wait, as in like, birds are afraid of human females more than the males? It didn't work. I could ban you. I know how to do that, maybe. I can hit the timeout button and I know it's gonna send you into timeout for like 10 minutes if I don't do it right. You're safe for now. Until I figure out how to do it. Because you stink. We given animal facts? We're giving science facts. Buzzleberry's giving me animal facts. Science facts. Frick. Don't listen to me. I said like an idiot. Definitely not trying to distract me as I work on these references that I've been procrastinating on for a while. I don't know. I never just shut it down. By then, you would be modless and even timing me out, you would have to remind me. I know that. I do the same thing on someone else's thing, because I'm a mod on another streamers. Who sometimes gets murdered in the chat and then I get typed out. I find it to be very amusing. Saw birds mentioned, which are animals. I mean, you can give an animal fact. I'm not gonna complain. Have I ever drawn like the bottom part of your things? Probably not. I don't want you to look like a samurai. The samurais were well known for being on horseback. I never planned what your shoes look like. Urgh. Yes, they put men and women of same height and build in same clothes and wigs, and had them walk towards the birds. Males could always get closer than females before they flew away. Huh. If only we could read their minds and be like, why you like that? Birds are sexist? Confirmed? So you know from experience. I do know from experience. Because I am amazingly experienced. Like, I'm such a great mod on the other streamers thing. I'm so good. I'm so good. Don't question it. Don't find it. Don't worry about it. There's a species of wasps that fertilize figs by entering the figs and giving birth. Huh? How does that fertilize them? Once the young mature, the female wasp leaves the fig, and the mother male wasps get absorbed into the fig. Then the female who is covered in pollen of the fig they were born in enters a new fig while pregnant, and then give birth in it, and the cycle continues. Oh. I don't think I've ever actually seen what a fig looks like either. I gotta look that up. I guess some wasps are good at something. Shoda. But wasps still suck. Still one of the worst things in society. Like a lip here to keep your feet coming out of the spores is easy. Or the spurs? Spurs. Or is a spur the thing that's in the back of the heel? I don't remember now. I don't even make it. If I do that, it'll make it difficult to actually put it. I haven't done horse riding in so long, so now I don't remember. Wasps are predators. that take out a lot of undesirable bugs. I feel like humans are one of those. They're so mean. I think I've only been stung by a wasp one time. I still have the scar for it on my leg, too. It scarred me. Emotionally and physically. I hate wasps. I think this part is actually called the spur. I haven't looked into horse riding things forever. I can't think of the part that goes into the holder on the saddle. Why can't I think of the name of that? I swear I know things. Don't doubt me. I swear. Aren't the fake wasps born with the males pregging the female wasps, and by the time they mature, the males act as defensive so the females can safely escape and empreg more figs? I don't like that you're saying the figs are getting empregged. No, thank you. And I love the facts you guys give me. The things that come out of them are a little scary. I used to know some bug facts. Because at one point, I have a friend that that was breeding beetles and other kind of bugs, and then was selling them at some shows. So I'd have to repeat stuff. I have learned there is, I think it was a moth. And when it's a grub, it's like, maybe, no, it's a beetle. It's a giant, it's like a galactic beetle or something like that. Those things are huge. And, as a grub, they're also very, very big. The grub is huge. I think the grub form of it is bigger than its actual matured self. And, those things can take off a finger. We almost watched it attack a child. Actually, it did attack the child. The child did not get hurt. We told him specifically, do not stick your finger in front of it. He luckily did not lose a finger. That was terrifying to see that he could have lost a finger to this fat grub bastard. Also, it learned how to escape a few times. Like, we found it on a chair when we looked away. We had to put extra Vaseline into the crate thing it had. She was a menace. And the worst part is, I don't think she survived her mature. She didn't survive long enough to see what she'd look like. Apparently they're kind of hard to... What is the word? They're hard to breed, I guess. Did you know whales that... You know what? I don't think I want animal facts anymore. You guys are scary. No, it's worse. The females do get pregnant, but since there aren't any available males in the wild, that only leaves the wasp that was born in the same fate. Oh. Yeah, that's the one. Huh. Huh. Very interesting stuff today, guys. You have gloves. Maybe I should have... Okay, everything's in the way. Ooh. Well, I need you. The rest of you move. Me that. I don't know if this is based on a real weapon or not. I'm gonna say yes. I don't know if it's a specific weapon though. It's definitely based on a specific weapon, I just don't know the name. The person that knows all the weapon facts is Banubi and he's not here. If I say anything, he's gonna wake up and be like, incorrect weapon fact? Death. You guys will never see me again. Oh, I'm on eraser. I don't know how to draw weapons. I want to put decor on the weapon, but I know it's not. Do I go for function or fashion? I wouldn't assume that she'd be fashionable. But fashion. I like fashion. Yeah, that seems like the right size. Okay, back to the chat. Did you know that if a barnacle was the size of a human, it's... Rebel? Why? Why do you know these facts? What? Why do you know these facts, huh? We need to sit down and talk. Why are you like this? And why would it be the length of a skyscraper? I don't want to know why. But why? I know a decent amount of weapons. I only give animal facts. You're gatekeeping weapon facts? Because. You know, I should have known that's exactly the answer you were going to give me. And yet, here I am. Still wondering why. Do I want to actually try drawing a hand? Not really. We're gonna pretend that this is close enough to a hand. Oh, it looks so bad. Oh, I don't want to actually draw a hand. It's supposed to be a scratchy ref. Fine. Fine. Actually, you don't even need to be holding it in this one. You're supposed to go into the next rest, where you're actually in your gear. I swear, I know how to do hands. Ah, the sneezing demon has me. Frick. Actually, I'm gonna walk off for a hot second and turn the fan up. Hopefully you don't hear the fan too much in the mic. Big, emphasis on hopefully. Bless. Thank you. And now you're back. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'm getting heated. I mean, I don't give my geology facts, and I know much more of those. Are you like A scientist? Are you secretly a scientist in like every genre of science? I guess weapons wouldn't be science. Would that be that? No. What would that be under? Historical. That'd be historical facts. They don't really use it considering it would be way too long, and also barnacles just release their juices into the ocean, open ocean for females to potentially grab as it drifts along the sea. You know, this is not how I thought stream would go today. I'm going to have to wash my ears. This is such a bad looking hand. You know what? We're gonna do my usual tactic of it's been dumb and weird. Whatever. How do I hand? Why am I struggling? Ugh. No, I'm not a scientist. I would love to have an animal-related job, but I know they pay like shit. Especially zookeepers. That's not a surprise. It is a very sad thing. Especially something that needs so much money to be able to keep up with like research and all of that. What if we just turn the hand around? Yes, you would be the longer finger. I know what I'm doing. Come on, hand. Oh my god, I cannot figure out how to hand. Maybe if I put a sketch down underneath it, where it would make more sense, that'd work. But I'm not gonna do it, because now I'm being stubborn about it. Done. Hey. It's whatever. It's whatever. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I need to get so much better at doing snouts and muzzles. Wanna know how I do it? Rectangle. Mouth. Round. A rectangle. Nose. Muzzle. Is my eraser on the lasso tool? Hit bigger. Okay. I'm going to ignore them. We're going to call that okay for this one. And now we're going to do the one where it's supposed to be for your armor. I don't know if I want to give you a helmet either. I don't know if I want to change your armor. I'm gonna take forever on this reference, I can feel it. I already don't know how long I've been on it. Oh! I can't draw them for crap. I believe in you. A more scientific job that isn't like chemistry or some shit don't really get paid well. I actually have a friend who just got her master's in chem. Which unfortunately, at least around these parts, one of the jobs that she may or may not be getting pays like shit. At least pays like shit compared to someone who got a master's. She get as much as someone that's just working insurance for their first year. I say as if I don't have a bachelor's in art and then I'm not doing any art because jobs suck. I like the position of this belt. It's being like a mini corset. I don't want to listen to this. Shut up! That's why most of the jobs as like teachers or something on the side. It would suck if you don't want those jobs though. Like I know a lot of artists actually have a art teacher on the side until they get like a better job. But I don't want to be a teacher. I hate teaching. I can't teach. I suck at it. Such a bad opening to get stabbed in. Having it open right there just for movability. This advice is for Fuzzleberry. Fuzzleberry, I hope you're listening. It will say, the different species of hyenas, like the striped hyenas and... is it arid wolves? Arid wolves? Different species of big cats and viverids. I don't think I know what a viverid is. Are really good examples of diverse muzzles to use. So that meant to be a... is that meant to be a nagina? I'll put it in the chat, you too. What is a nagina? Nagini. Nagina? Nagini. Nagin. Oh, the weapon! This is the weapon. I believe so, yes. Ooh, looking at other handles. Oh, I think grippies on the handle. The handle needs grippies. I should look them up. Also, I'll put this in chat. I use this for animal references and things. It's fantastic. Especially if you want muzzles Especially if you're doing muzzles and you need it at certain angles. Great thing to use. Fantastic. Check that link out. Beautiful. I shall use these for references. Hell yeah. Give me your somewhat samurai-esque armor plating. It's not her class design. She is, however, a Pegasus Knight. The samurais are just known for riding on the back of the horse, so I'm using somewhat design inspo for it. And the region is based on Asian cultures, or the Asian region. Asia region. And since her area doesn't exactly have... It isn't in the deep mountains, so she doesn't need warmth. General badge of honor. Imagine she did have a helmet. The hair would pop out. This class design is here. For the idea of the class design and what the units would look like. Ah, why is she such a pretty woman? It's getting me distracted. I bookmarked Heard That West Fight. Hell yeah. It's a great website. So you don't know Japanese polearms. It's not that I don't know. It's I don't know the names. In my head, this is just a polearm. I don't know the specific names to certain things. The one that is on the project for this stuff absolutely does. And he knows better, and I get scolded for not knowing. I get weapon lectures a lot. Never, ever get the newbie started on halberds. One of the few I know by name, because he's obsessed. He absolutely loves those things. There is another weapon I do know by name that I've taken a liking to. It's called the Base Lard. I don't remember the origins of it. But it's a short sword. I don't think it would be considered a dagger because it's a little too big. I don't know where it originated from though. It's a European short sword or a dagger. Are short swords and daggers the same or no? So I thought a short sword is a little bit bigger than a dagger, but it's too small to be a sword. but I like those ones. Those are nice weapons. But after that, I don't know any more sword names or weapon names. Now this is where I'd have to figure out what your hand would look like holding a friggin' full arm. Ah! Technically I was wrong. It's not a Nagi Nata, but a Bicento? Bicento? What is the difference? Hold on. Bicento. Did I spell it right? Why am I getting a whole man? Oh. God, I'm dyslexic. Why am I like this? There we go. Okay, as someone who is a commoner in the world of weapons, what is the difference? I'm seeing a lot more fantasy looking ones of these, not like actual ones. Like one of them being Roblox. And One Piece? Yes, that is One Piece. Why am I not getting like a real one? Oh, is it the blade? How big they... The one thing I'm seeing for images is the blade length. I'm guessing combat style is going to be different for both of them too. One Piece is the only cultural reference of the Bicento, so you'll only get images of that. Makes sense. Well, Western cultural relevance. That checks out. Looks like one has a guard at the end of the blade. That would be called the pommel. Right? At least there's a pommel at the end of a sword. I don't know if it's the same name for other weapons. But I'm guessing the real difference is the blade length and then what the combat uses for it. I guess because I have a shorter blade, it would be known as a Bicento. But if I made it longer, then it's going to be... I'm never going to say this right. A Nagi Nata. The Bicento generally has a longer pull and a smaller blade compared to the pull size, while being a bit more curved. Okay, so the other one has somewhat of a straighter blade than... I drew... Well, let me look at the original that she was drawn with. Because now I'm gonna think I'm doing it wrong, and I don't want to do it wrong. Constantine, where are you? Come here. Okay, her original one looks like it's supposed to be a longer blade. Judge this version. Because the blade is definitely much bigger than how I was drawing it. Because I shortened it in my version of drawing her. This one's huge. I think it is supposed to be a naginata. It's also not even as curved either. Definitely a lot straighter. Huh. Do we have these written down? Why, hello, Otaku Doug 5232. See, look at that. I'm reading my comments. I'm picking 2. I hope I chose correctly. Did I win? Did I win? Did I win? Did I pick Taco Bell? What'd I pick? Don't keep me in suspense, this is unfair. Imagine this has padding on the inside. This thing's gotta get really hot. Okay, no it is. Thank you. Was it Taco Bell? Wait, was that right? Huh? What'd I do? What did I pick? Job or no job? Hey, wait. I don't like that choice. Job. I picked the job. Job. That's not fair. The naginata was also used for general sweeping attacks. Kind of like how scythes are used in fiction. Well, the naginata is used for a bit more closer range combat, since the blade is heavier, so it's harder to just swing around. Okay, I was gonna say, like, wait a minute. One of those is incorrect. So the Bicento is the second one. So that means I do want a naginata. Because if she's on horseback, she's gonna need something for, 1, sweeping, and 2, something lighter. Because you're not gonna want something that's heavy while on a back of a horse. So that means I need a longer blade. Or no. Yes. The Bicento has a longer pole and a smaller blade, so I need a longer blade and a smaller pole. You're gonna come over here and fix you. I can fix you. Okay. That also means I need less of a curve. Wrong layer. What do you mean I picked no pixels? I'm still on the wrong layer, that's why. Stupid. So I do this. And take that curve off. Like, it can have a curve, but it can't be big. Now, do you think I should know the stuff about my characters that I have to draw? Shame. Okay. That should be exactly what we need for her character. I always love the punt gun. It's who's using a punt gun, and where can I find one? I think Ona Musha, famous female samurai known for being ruthless, and also use the naginata, would be a good reference point. Copy. Paste. To Google. And Google Wiki. Screw you, AI. Ooh. I should definitely put a design on the... It's not the handguard. What is the part that... What is the part that's in between the blade and then the handle? The handguard would be the handle, right? God, I know nothing. But I'm going to definitely write that one down for the references, because we need more of these. Okay. Written down. Thank you. This has been very informative. And I'm losing my tabs. Oh, there we go. She's kind of plain, so maybe I shouldn't. I'll think about it. Okay. Gotta work on the defeat. My chicken scratches are getting worse. I still have one more rep I want to do today. I don't know if we'll get to him. Because he also has a little more work to do, because we haven't really figured out how we want his species to quite look. I'm trying to avoid the whole either just furry or the animal person. It's kind of hard to do. Google it. It's worth seeing. Okay, hold on. I will look at the Pentagon. What is that? Yeah, that thing's definitely punting something. Punt gun versus zombie torsos. Ain't no way this was ever used. A punt gun in the race to save America's wildlife. Look at the articles it's tied under. 1923 colorized. People are definitely... Humans are known to take things to the extreme. Why is this thing like a whole man's worth? A man and a half long? Who thought this was a great idea? Stop it! Stop thinking! You might understand why it's not used today. What do you mean? This looks like a great weapon that we could definitely use today. With no consequences. Which part are you asking? I think I missed it with the context. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, put that there. Take that off. And now we're going to... Actually, no. I swear I know how to draw hands. It's just not important. See, look at that. That's definitely a hand. You believe me, right? Right? Guys, right? Please? The hand's so small. Maybe that was my problem. The hand... I was drawing the hand small. You said a certain part of... Oh. I think the context was this part. I don't know if that's called the hand guard or not. I don't know what the connection from the blade to the pole was called. Food time. Be right back. Bring me some. Also, thank you for the... I think they're called bits. Bits. No, they're called cheers. Thank you for the cheers in there. Search up the... I don't think I know how to pronounce that. The Crumb Loft. The Crumb Loft? What is that? This is a gun with erectile dysfunction. What is this? What is the giant thing on it? German assault rifle in World War II? Ain't no way this thing shot anything. A gun with a bent barrel. There's no way this thing worked. It was an experimental bent barrel attached design by Germany during World War II. It allowed soldiers to look and shoot around corners over barrels. It looks like something from Looney Tunes. I understand what the function could be, but that sounds like it would never work. I feel like it would just end up like exploding or something, right? Did it actually work? I'm not seeing anything that said it did. It said it was an experiment. You had a puffy sleeve right at the forearm. Not forearms. Above the forearms. Whatever that part's called. Yes, it is called a guard / handguard. Oh! Okay, so I was right. See, I do know something. That's all. My brain isn't that dumb. Or Suba, if we're using Japanese terms. It's Suba. Suba, Suba, Suba. All those lectures are actually coming together. You should be fine. Not having armor and sword. I think we're good. We're gonna go back and fix this, draw in the parts that should be in there. Pretend I know how to draw hands. I'm not being lazy. There's no emphasis on booba. I don't want emphasis on booba. I don't want you to be flat-chested, but I don't want it to show off either. I also want it to look more natural. I think that's fine. Oh, your face. That's what I need. Now, those. I need the straps that connects the chest to the, or the chest plate to the chest. How to draw designs that make sense. It's definitely not how you draw the thing. Lord, what am I doing? Almost there. What time are we at? Oh, it's only been 2 hours. Once it's 2 hours, I'll do the break before I go crazy. You wouldn't like me when I'm crazy. I'm already crazy enough. I don't need any more. No, actually, I did want to put. Oh, I don't know if I want like grips on it. No, I won't do grips. Alright. Now, where is the color? Okay. Come on, buttons, work with me. Make me look like a fool. I think I like the OG skin color. Let's try. Definitely have scarring. Red. That works. Fun fact about this character. She was not created for the story. I think she was just randomly thought of. I think the newbie did the first design, which is this one. Which is the character. On both of the hands, and I forgot to draw the line target. I'm so smart. Keep hitting the wrong button. Send my lupus. Lupus. I return. Welcome back. Did you bring me any? I hope the answer is yes. I'm very hungry. I just realized. Well, since you're back, I need you to watch the chat while I'm gone. You're on babysitting duty. And I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I shall return. Hoo-ah! I have returned. Hello. I shoved as much chips as I possibly could into my face. I dropped my phone. And now, unfortunately, my hands are greasy. Or they feel greasy. Did I think of what I would be eating before I got back to touching my tablet and my mouse? Yes. I did indeed actually think about it. That did not stop me. You have some leftover scrampy. What is scrampy? I don't think I am familiar with that. No, I did not eat all of the chips. Just most of it. I got the crumbs in the bag. But I can't eat them. Because if I lifted my head up with the bag, I would hit my loft. I will eat them after the stream. Like the fat pig I am. A happy fat pig, might I add. I'm happy and unhealthy. Also, we talking about real chips or stupid American chips? Ah, we don't call it crisps. We don't. How dare you get your UK speaking words out of here? These are called potato chips. I was gonna mention that too. I'd be like, I guess to you would be crisps, wouldn't it? Potato chips. Listen, I like me potato chips. It rolls off the tongue better. And now for the other one. Lord. This is fine. It's gonna make this a little longer, probably. Ah! I didn't draw the sleeve. I'll put it under there because that makes sense to me. I'm hitting the eraser button. Why is there still cutter? Crisps is such a better word for it though. Describes them perfectly to the texture. But hear me out. Potato chips. That is my only argument. That's all I got. But it's not like they're the only thing that's crunchy. Why did they get to have the name crisps? What about other things? Popcorn is crunchy. I guess not crispy. Crunchy, but not crispy. What about a nice crispy steak? That's still called steak. It doesn't get a fancy name. Got them potato chips just stealing descriptive words. thinking that they're special. How dare they? God, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. What am I doing? Could do the sensible thing. Bam. If I stop hitting the button when I go to fill something, it won't turn black. Gosh darn it. Wrong layer. I'm entirely. You know what I could be doing? I could be playing Power World right now. Such a shame. That is not the color ground. The form will remain the same. Minimal color. She's not extravagant. She's here to work and do nothing else. Put everything there. definitely not replaceable delivery. Add small details. I mean, crisps is hard to work into anything food related. I mean, we have brands that use crisps in the name. Did you know? For chips. Like you'd call it a crispy steak or crisp chicken wrap or something. I guess. It may be time to panic. Who's panicking? Who's panicking? Am I panicking? Are you panicking? Why are we panicking? What's happening? Why are we panicking? Oh no! I don't feel like doing that. What do I spell ethic? Tiny little blurb. Invisible pixels. Really only on that one. Interesting. Not quite what I wanted. I forget how to use this. Alright, now what do I use? Square for all of them. I don't think I like that. I'm just messing around with things. Hello, Raj. Welcome. I think I'll just leave it at that. And then signature, and I can finally be done with the reference. Okay. Constantine, and then finish. Constantine. Another fun fact about her: that was not supposed to be her name. That was just a stand-in name until I figured out what her actual name was going to be, and then I never changed it. I'm so good. Artfight implies the existence of art piece. Yes, art piece is when art fight doesn't happen. It is a very, nice time when that happens. And for you, because your thing is so old. You're so old. Holy what? What happened? Who's holy? Am I holy? Are you holy? How do I pose you? Holy moly! Who's moly? Our piece is when everyone is making soldiers to attack their foes in the next Artfight. Exactly. A little late on attack on my soldiers. Okay, I'd spread your legs way too far. You're supposed to have shorter. If I were to draw you without any clothes, I'd actually severely be underweight. See your poor little rib cages. Boy is trying to survive out here. Holy moly, Gonzola. Gonzoli. Guys, please don't fight, but I have to. I must. I might capitalize on the snake oil salesman idea I had. Uh-oh. Is it related to art piece? I don't like your foot. How do I foot? How do I leg? How do I bunny leg? And boy ears. Yes. It's a snake OC, possibly anthro, who sells fragrant oils. Ooh. Fight for the Archon. Yes, that is why we're here. Out of curiosity, are the fragrances made from its own snake oil? Poor little bunny man is gonna look so confident while also dying. No, just fragrant oil. Alright, fair enough. What is stopping you? Why haven't you done it yet? I never know how to do a chest. I do, but I don't. Who was the one that we would reference all the time about the bunny people? Their Fire Emblem character. Whoops. I don't know your name. And this is usually why you gather references and stuff before sitting down to work. Where is she? Good sword. You. I think they're called these people. The list of ideas, it's the list of other ideas. Man, we all have that, don't we? And I still need to do my main project. Also a Digimon one. I know very, very, very little about Digimon. Never watched it as a kid. Or played the game. The snake OC should be a snake oil salesman, but all his oil should be exactly as it states, but no one believes him. What are you selling? Snake oil. Uh-huh. So what is it exactly? It's snake oil. Alright, bud. They have flatter faces. Actually, since they're prey animals, they have. Don't know what I want out of this. Could look like an uncanny human. Love hitting my eraser when I want it. How do I bunny people? I do like his original design too. I want to be more creative. Modeling a Digimon that doesn't have a 3D model. Oh yeah, you've told me about that. I can't remember the name of what it was, but I do remember seeing it. I have like somewhat of a visual in my head of what it was. If you want a Digimon, imagine a Pokemon, but give them weapons and about 30 belts. Then you have his Digimon. No. You gotta think of Pokemon, but its evolution has nothing to do with the original. You have a cat, and you think it's gonna turn into a bigger cat? Nah, it just turns into an angel. Open up the chest to be more human skin or bare skin exposing. And the legs will be rabbit legs. True, but some have evolution lines, like the Lopmon and Terriermon, which are meant to be, which is meant to be a dog, but it's such a rabbit. So it starts out as a dog and turns into a rabbit, or a rabbit that turns into a dog. It's because how Digimon evolution works is functionally different than what you're imagining as a Pokemon fan. Digimon are digital beings, and the way they evolve is by consuming the code of creatures they eat. They eat them? Oh! And adding it to the code, so if a cat Digimon eats a bunch of humanoid Digimon, it will become more humanoid. But that's not the best shown through the anime, since they don't want the show Digimon dying. I feel like that would explain more. It'd be more interesting to see. But I'm bad at marketing, so I have no idea. I like this idea so far. I just on. Good enough. Definitely looks more beast-like now. Is that how Digimon works? I played the games and watched the anime, but is that how it works? They do eat other Digimon, yeah, but not through their mouth. But as another Digimon dies, their code just kind of disperses, and another Digimon can take that dispersing code into itself before it disappears. Huh. That's such an interesting concept. I wish I knew that about Digimon beforehand. Is it explained in the anime? Because so it's not shown the best through the anime, but is it explained that way through the anime? Maybe if I look up a hand, or use my own hand as a reference, this wouldn't be so bad. Look at the difference between something I was referencing off of versus my freehand. Damn. The difference. So it's like, this is how the art world works. This will not stop me though. I have only watched the first two anime years ago, so I don't know, and recently a bit of the new anime for references, but the games kind of explain it offhandedly. Huh. I feel like that could be an easy downfall of a show and stuff. If no one understands how it works, then are you losing the interest of, you know, your main premise? That's not to say you had to explain absolutely everything. Like, we all have anime logic and whatnot. That feels like such an essential thing about the world. That we don't know why Pokemon are a thing. But we have some history in how they used to work. Or, not how it used to work, but like, what the world is like with them. I don't think Pokemon ever explains why they evolve. I definitely have the idea that evolution is a choice for Pokemon. Like, one of the evidence that points to that is a Trico that's like an old man. He never evolved, but continued to age. So it's not a maturity thing. I'm gonna do the other hand. Trust the process. Don't trust the process, I don't like the hand. Oh man, the third anime is so peak, you stop before the peak. Or so good, you stop before the peak. Well, the target audience are kids, so saying, oh, they're straight up killing each other. I mean, I guess, in a way, yes. Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, something that would just straight up kill things. I feel it's more common to just say things are dead or whatever in children anime now. I guess by the time it came out years ago, it was not. It was more of a no-no. It kind of is tied to age since Pokemon evolve. They become more mature, but Pokemon age through battle includes with each other in the wild. We have many dex entries talking about them fighting each other in the wild, but the anime doesn't show that as much. So if a wild Pokemon doesn't win in the battle, it doesn't, or doesn't win battles, it doesn't evolve. I guess in the anime, for like character development, they don't have. There's some that don't evolve like after a battle or anything. To be fair, we also have the Pokédex entries that have a creepier tone and all that kind of stuff that is never actually shown within the anime or the games. So I guess it's kind of a good bit is up for interpretation of how you really imagine the world, depending if you only play the games, watch the anime, or you read the Pokédex. I think the manga of it's a little more violent. Never read Pokemon manga or anything, or comics, whatever you want to call it. So I have no idea how the world setting would be in there. I'm guessing it's a teeny bit different from the anime. Some choose not to evolve, but it's generally like trainers Pokemon. I guess a Trico would be an outlier in that argument then. This is what I don't do research, or I'm not a researcher. I don't like the eyes, but I do like your eyes. Always on the wrong layer. wide-eyed bastard. You look great before you flip the eye. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't talk about that. I redrew the entire eye. Can't see that. I don't think you can think too deeply into Pokemon rules when people have little gods in a Pokeball despite it controlling time or whatever. That's why it sets up to interpretation. And also, unlike most Pokemon, Digimon are fully sentient creatures? Supposed to be sentient? With human level intelligent and can talk. So it's like telling kids these creatures who can speak and think straight up kill each other. Well, puzzle, your trainer catching legendaries and mythical Pokemon is almost never canon in the games, only you winning the league. The only one who's canon. That is actually not true. Because there is a trainer in the anime that has a Darkrai. Just straight up has a Darkrai for a contest or a tournament. I don't remember who it was. I'm trying to remember. I wonder if it was like newer ones where it's no longer Ash in it. I haven't watched any of those. The anime's not canon to the games, don't use that for the games. I mean, if we're talking about each world, yes, it's not canon to the games. But of course, the games aren't canon to the anime either. Like, these are, like, completely separate things. Mystery Dungeons isn't the same as any of the other ones either. Like, there's so many different things for Pokemon. Like, everything has its own basic AU for it. Mystery Dungeons isn't the same for the anime or the regular games. You can't use the anime logic for the games, and then you can't use the game logic for the anime. But under the umbrella, they are still all Pokemon. And they're all Pokemon worlds. It gets complicated. The anime disregards most shit the games have to say because they go for a rule of cool over stuff the game says. I won't disagree with that one. I still don't understand why they'd give someone a legendary in the anime either. I don't know if it was explained in there. Again, I didn't watch it or anything, I just know it exists. Okay, now your clothing. I don't think I'll change anything about it. At least nothing to touch. I call that fake news. They're trying to hide legendary mythical Pokemon from the common folk, trying to keep us down. I mean, isn't it like 90% of people in the anime world of Pokemon will probably never ever see these legendaries? Like, something like Victini is only in one specific town. And who knows, maybe the rest of the world doesn't even know about its existence, except those people. They know it would be too dangerous for normal people and probably taken away from military use. We do have Pokemon War being canon. In both game and anime. It's definitely the anime too. What? My earplug died. No! I was listening to something. Hey! There we go. Oh! Oh, excuse me. We have the Pokemon War that was mentioned in both Z, A, and X and Y. And then the Pokemon War that was mentioned in... I think it was both the Arceus movie, I don't remember what it was. I don't know if it is called the Arceus movie or not. And then the Black and White movie. More cheers! Yay! And no, sentient are two different things. Sentient is just the ability to feel and experience sensations, which Pokemon can do, while the other is the advanced capacity for rational thought, wisdom, and self-awareness. Ah! I feel like I've always seen people use sentient for that. Huh. People confuse the two. Oh, that's why. People confuse the two a lot. But one is something a dog can do, while the other is something... Well, other is something that makes something intelligent. Okay. Word lessons. I'm going to absorb that. I'll probably forget, but I'm absorbing it now, so I don't confuse it later. The Pokemon War is something mentioned from the games that the anime likes to bring up, but they heavily water all the info they get from it down. That's definitely true, because I can't think of like any information about the wars in the anime. We just know they existed, at the most part. And probably the aftermath of those things. Besides that, that's kinda all we got. I feel like I can hear my computer going off. The fans be blowing. Damn, and here I was thinking that sentient was... I hope I'm saying it right. Sentient. This entire time. I'm thinking I was... my eyeballs can really read. Don't worry, I'm not sentient either. There's been multiple wars in the games. What other wars were mentioned? Because like the main one I can think of right now was the one from X and Y, which is also mentioned in Legend ZA. I don't want color to be like that. I want to come around. Why do I have a string there? I don't know why. I have it for aesthetic, though the aesthetic is confusing my brain hole. There was a war from the first two games, and that was between Kanto and Johto. I don't think I really played the first two. At least I haven't played the originals. I'm pretty sure I played Leaf Green at one point, but I don't think I ever really cared about the lore at the time. Because child me was not there for the lore. I was there to catch Pokemon and go wee. feel like your fit was supposed to be Bard inspired. And that's why you look the way you do. There was some more mentioned in the first one? I know, that's what I'm questioning. I had no idea. Lieutenant Surge first mentions it, but we also get little mentions of it elsewhere. That makes sense because we have a literal lieutenant. The man's a Jim. I'm assuming he's retired. Yes, Lieutenant Surge says he fought in a war and would have died if Raichu did not save him. How am I now learning about that? I feel like that's something I have learned and I just forgot about. Because I do remember... I'm having, like, vivid memories of lore coming into my brain. I feel like the meme where it's the dude with a bunch of like lightning coming out of his head. My neuron activation is happening. Did Hoopa have something to do with the war? I didn't watch that movie a lot. Nor do I really know the lore of Hoopa. Or Unbound Hoopa. Did I mention anything about fighting on a war? I mean, it's still... Like, I'm not shocked. I didn't know this because reading wasn't my strong suit back then. I mean, still it's not. But that's because I'm done. Preach. Me too. Fuzzleberry. We are one in the same. The war you mentioned from X and Y was the Kalos War, which was 3,000 years. Okay. I knew it was a big number, but for some reason 500 kept on popping in my head. I know it wasn't that. Before the event of the game, which ended in a genocide from both sides. Or of both sides. And then we have the Mega Machine that... I don't know if you call him AZ or Az. I just say AZ. Sounds better. That he built to revive his Floret. Which also caused... I think that caused the genocide? Or at least caused a massive part of the genocide, maybe not fully the entire thing. As the tall old man is... I just say AZ and then I read as. Is one who made the super weapon that caused the genocide in the war. Okay, so it did cause the majority of it. Ugh. The back is hurting. God, I've been going for 3 hours already. Okay, if I finish this, I think I will call it there. I wish there was an, I guess, quote-unquote adult version of Pokemon, where I went into these, like, historical things. Like, the worst parts of Pokemon. I would love to know more about it. The more I look at this outfit, the more it doesn't make sense for where he's from. And I also don't feel like figuring out where he's from. Or figuring out the concepts for that. Because it wouldn't be wearing, like... it's more of a nomadic tribal place. However, everyone does come from other regions and stuff. You could have went in there from another region and being stranded basically on a murder island. Funny thing, his stuff should definitely be scratched up and worn out and everything. I'm not going to talk about the antlers. I know the antlers technically suck. They don't look like antlers. That's okay. How does this even stay in when he has no ears to like kind of hide it behind? We don't question it. We question it. Anyways. It made both his Floet and himself immortal, since it essentially sucked the life of everyone around him to do it. After reading those mega leaks a year back, I'm kind of glad they didn't go into the dark side, because they try to be... Because when they try to be dark, they can actually get dark, isn't it? That mega leak... Okay, what is a mega leak? Also, if anyone could tell, spoilers about other stuff, just in case. In case, I'm assuming the Mega Leak was about Legends AZ. But let him go dark. I want to see the dark. I want to see the dark side of Pokemon. Have you played or watched someone play the new Star Fox remake? Is it really already out? The answer is no. I don't think anyone that I particularly watch would play it, unfortunately. And I may be a tiny bit picky with who I watch. I've also never actually seen the original gameplay of Star Fox. The only way I knew the character was in Smash, and I didn't play that either. I was a Nintendo fan. For smaller games. Or at least, like, party games. Almost done. I'm almost done. They're so much easier to do. I guess that's because the design was already done. I didn't actually have to rework anything. Okay. Clear the lines. Wah. And wah. I do the color. I'll get back to reading chat in just a minute. How's our hole? Where's the hole? You. There's not the only one. Where? 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 You crazy? Where is it? You. There we go. It wasn't the only one. Guess so. There. With a leg. Where's the other one? Not the head. Somewhere in the torso. Was it that tiny thing? Was it that tiny one? No, it wasn't. Oh my god. The phone. Oh, bud. It was a Lord. There we go. Nailed. Okay. Why, hello, imaginary. Welcome, welcome. Alright, what am I missing? That's fair, I played it back in the day, but my brother remembers line for line. It's crazy. I think your brother liked the game. But I personally find the game at its best when it changes nothing, and at its worst when it changes the most stuff. I mean, at that point, it wouldn't be the same game anymore. But also, if there's no change, then we're playing the same thing over and over, which gets boring. Also, they killed my boy Falco. He got some angsty teen now. Warning. Also, at this point, I really want to crash out on whoever made the decision to just continue investing in AI moderation for YouTube and tell them to just hire more humans. If only. Unfortunately, companies like cheaper alternatives. Now for the Mega Leak. Last year there was a huge massive leak of unreleased content that Pokemon scrapped through the generation, and there was a lot of content in the leak, which is why it's called a Mega Leak. Like a lot. Was this also a part of like that weird story with Typhlosion? So I think it was that and a bunch of like beta designs that got leaked out, wasn't it? So I think I am aware of this. And in that Mega Leak, there was this thing called, I believe, Tales when Human and Pokemon weren't so different. Yep, I think that was a Typhlosion. That was the funniest thing too. I made a meme drawing about that too. Because me and Banubi had like Pokemon OCs back in the day, and one of his was a Typhlosion, so I had one of mine being like, oh, is this true? Did your ancestors do this? What the fuck? It's fantastic. Church up the boundaries between humans. Yeah, if you ever want to read some interesting yokai lore about Typhlosions, when the boundaries between Pokemon, or between humans and Pokemon were blurred. That was so funny. The leak was that stuff in stories of the creations of Pokemon universe. The Typhlosion one wasn't the only one. It was definitely the one that popped off the hardest. Because I don't think anyone was ready to see such a thing. I can slowly like feel my voice dying. I must finish. All I gotta do is cut it, and I'm done. Why is there so many holes that I left? Because I'm lazy. I knew I was gonna do that, and then I still did it anyways. I'm what you call a genius. Please. I'm a little stupid. 10 points for anyone that knows the reference. In a very freckly boy. Because Typhlosion are a lot of people's favorite Pokemon compared to the others who didn't have a huge following. You know who else has a favorite Pokemon that may be Typhlosion? Banubi. So it's very fun to make fun of it. I knew that was gonna happen. Come on, where's the one? Oh, my energy is draining. Sadly, AI moderation will just get more and more common, especially in huge companies, because it's cheaper. I love Typhlosion even with that. Typhlosion is still a good looking Pokemon. I can't remember what animal it's based on. I want to say it was supposed to be like Badger-esque? That could be wrong. It's been a while since I actually looked that up. Also, fun fact about a car rental company. Okay. A car rental company had their entire database deleted by their AI that they gave too much power to. It deleted the database and its entire backup in just 9 seconds. What car rental company did that? Also, haha, that's what you get for using it, but also, pretty sure that they either killed jobs or created more, because now they all of a sudden have to fix things. And it was also very smug about it when they questioned why the hell it did. I said, hee hee. Did I do that? No. What am I listening to? This is a bot. Is this aviation? No, this sounds like aviation. Company is called Pocket OS, I think. It's not one I ever heard of, apparently. I really love the Arceus creation lore and wish it stayed in the game. Only a symbol stayed in the game. What was a creation lore in Arceus? I feel like I've always associated it with just being a god figure. So its creation would just be similar to Christianity, creation, and stuff like that. Plus, it would be the simplest way to think about it. Double, he's colored. also being done. Guys, I'm so close. I'm so close! Look, it was 4 pages long and I'm not typing all of that. Alright, fair enough. I'll look at that in my free time. When asked why it's simply typed, "You'll never fucking guess." And after, when they asked why it went around its safeguards, it simply said, "I violated every principle I was given." I mean, it sure did. That's not a lie. Because it might have destroyed a lot of things, but it's not a lie. Okay. I can feel my throat dying. I don't talk enough in my day-to-day life to keep up with being on stream sometimes. Cause I am not a social being. If you couldn't tell. Did I make it obvious? There. It's not colored. I did do something on the side. The best you are going to get is that we know it came from an egg in the void of space, and in the fragments kind of mix the Big Bang into it, and the shells of the egg became giant creatures that attacked it, and after it won, it was wounded, so it decided to pour essence into itself, into the giant creature, and those became Dialga and Palkia. Interesting. That's me skipping. It's only half of the first page. You know, I remember, I think it was a Tumblr post years and years ago. They gave like a theory of how all of this actually came. Like a war between all like the legendaries, why certain legendaries were created. We should have a Pokemon lore stream. Or start looking up stuff and then I just read it. If only I could read. Instead of sounding like a first grader trying to learn how to say blanket. How am I doing this if I don't have a thing on? Made the eyes so big on his head. Option extreme. That's not accurate. Accurate. That's not how you spell worn. Worn? Worn. How do I spell? As in worn out. I'm not putting an E in it. I'm an idiot. Somewhat rushing this because I'm tired. Looks great, thank you. One time I searched up, is it possible for Cookie Run Kingdom to collab with MLP and Google AI, or told me the Google AI overview told me it was possible. Well, yeah, it's possible. They collab with Sonic. They'll collab with MLP. The lore also gives different names for a lot of Pokemon, like Arceus is called Oz? What if it just meant AU Arceus? Ooh. It's canon, but in AU. Sometimes I wonder if people can read my signature. Probably not. Okay. Get me out of here. Okay. I am done. I've done it. I'm tired. My energy has been spent. Only had 3 drawings. Good lord. I'm losing my edge. Can you believe I used to do like 10 drawings on one screen? It would only be 4 hours. Man, I was on crack. I don't know how I did that. But I think it is time to say goodbye. I will be streaming tomorrow, as always. Hopefully I will be streaming Power World. Or I'm fighting someone. I want more Power World stream. Yeah. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To be fair, we were very distracting the stream, I think. There was a lot of lore that I got to learn. And, my mini lecture on weapons. That I seemingly get a little too much. From either Banubi or the chat. That is fine. I need to be yelled at to make sure my designs look, you know, are good and make sense. So I appreciate that. So, if you want to also support me, get art from me, just support me anytime. AnimeNeckers63 on VGen, Twitter, Blue Sky, Etsy, literally everything. Support my VGen. If you don't want to buy anything, making an account and following me on there would be very, very nice. I would appreciate that a lot. And until next time, goodbye. Thank you to my chatters, my lurkers, and everyone in between. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye! Goodbye!